once again, we are back.
We're back, mofos. We here.
We are back, but this time it is S&W presents Bracketology Night 1. So we are splitting this up into 2 nights. Tonight is night 1. We are covering the following matches: Johnny Pierce taking on Brew, Vallon, and then Matt Deadwood versus Richie Mack. So
looking forward to this. What's up, everyone?
So let's go. Let me go find the graphic. Let's put the bracket graphic up so we know who are once again in the tournament.
Put that banner
up. Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. Let's do that. So we have Mr. Graham taking on John Lee Kirk, which will be tomorrow night's covered. Richie Mack and Matt Deadwood, which is for tonight. Freaking Flex and Billy Avery, which is also tomorrow night. And then Johnny Pierce and Brew Vallon tonight. So with that being said, let's go into a couple of things. First, let's go and take care of those lovely people that we know as our beloved sponsors. So who is this?
Big shout out to us, the Paw Mob, the Off the Top Rules Network, for sponsoring the ring cards for this fellow event. Thank you to everyone in the Paw Mob that's pitching in for this, experience. But most importantly, just giving back to the rest of the community, giving back to the IWC with this one. So we really greatly appreciate ourselves for being proud sponsors, as well as the next group of sponsors is the Murray Hill Group LLC. Is also another proud sponsor of ours as well. Make sure you go check them out. Their specialty is home renovation and real estate. So definitely give them guys a check out, and we greatly appreciate the Murray Hill Group LLC for sponsoring this event coming up. Adam?
And then we have All Atlantic Unique Fitness all the way up in the great north of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. If you live in Quebec and you are looking to lose some weight, get some self-esteem, build it back up, contact All Atlantic Unique Fitness on their Facebook page. Set up a session, one-on-one groups, and mom and kids fast courses. Now, with that being said, let's go and let's put up the picture. There we go. Matt Deadwood take on Richie Mack. So we know last night we showed a video promo of Matt Deadwood, right? Well, here is Richie Mack.
Matt Deadwood! You listen to me, you disrespectful wood booger. You may have beat me back in 2018, but it's 2024 and things have changed. July 19th at Supernova Wrestling's Without Warning, I will leave you laying on your back, staring at the lights, going, "What just happened?" And I'll be saying, "What? You love it!"
And that is Richie Mack. So I just realized that I screwed up on the title that he has. It's not the pure title. It's the Showdown Championship belt that he's putting on.
It's the Showdown title?
It's the Showdown title.
The Showdown title.
Showdown title. So that's a correction on my behalf. Sorry for anyone that is, fans of, WAW. Don't go out and murder me, please.
Just scrutinize him. That's all that we need.
Okay. Now we're gonna go back.
We're playing.
So we're gonna go back to the video of Matt Deadwood's promo because maybe people weren't on last night and saw this. So
some of you guys that was not there last night, go back and rewatch that live stream that we did last night. Because that's a lot of stuff that we broke down for you guys. Just in case we try to get you guys up to speed, go back, show love to the SNW TV on YouTube. Definitely check us out there because we got a lot more stuff coming in. So brace yourself up for that.
Yep. So let's go and let's get back to the Deadwood.
Friday, July 19th, Supernova Wrestling Without Warning. There's a little tournament going on to determine the first ever world openweight champion. Now, I know that I'm going to make it all the way to the finals, but I've been waiting to find out which unfortunate victim Matt Deadwood has to go through. Today, I realize I have the pleasure of stomping the ever-living dog shit out of Richie Mack. And let me tell you something, Richie. I love it. I'm actually excited because me and Richie, we go way back, all the way back to 2018, and I was kicking his ass back then. But that was for a different company, so let's not worry about that. See, I have a little spoiler alert, and I love it. I am gonna beat Richie on July 19th and advance to the next round of the tournament. And there isn't a goddamn person on that roster that can stop me. Now, I know I didn't beat GC Knight in my last match, but who walked out and who had to be carried out? You see, Richie Mack, I don't fuck around. One way or another, I am going to hurt you. Because at the end of the night, I am walking out with the W. I am walking out victorious. And you will not be walking out at all. I'll see you on the 19th, you little bitch. Matt Deadwood out.
Once again, that is a strong words
choice
coming from
words
Matt.
that he's saying.
Oh
That's
yeah.
some pretty harsh and choice words. Ah,
So let's go into this. Look at that.
okay.
All right. So let me break this down for you. All right.
Break it down
So
for us.
we have Richie Mack, who has a slight advantage in both height and weight. Richie has a 4 inches taller and 10 pounds heavier than Matt Deadwood. All right. Experience, Richie Mack also edges Matt Deadwood in terms of experience, have wrestled for 1 more year. Nicknames. Deadwood is the Mountain Man, suggests that he has ruggedness and strength, while Richie Mack's the Big Deal implies he has charisma and significance to him. All right? Finisher and signature moves. Both wrestlers have powerful finishers and signature moves. You have Matt Deadwood's discus clothesline, and the 6-shooter improvises striking power. While Richie Mack himself, he has the deal breaker, and then he has a stand-in triple gut wrench suplexes, highlights his grappling prowess. Submission moves. Matt Deadwood's bulldog choke focused on wearing down his opponent while in a chokehold, whereas Richie Mack is old school. He busts out the sleeper, a classic move to incapacitate his opponent. Matt Deadwood is also a part of the Crossroad Party, suggesting that potential backup. Meanwhile, Richie Mack operates independently, that we know of. So the question is, who do you think is going to win this match?
Before you do anything, put up that ticker down there to let the people know about that show.
That's right.
Number one. Number two, just by the bracketology of this thing, I'm still gonna go. Matter of fact, I said last night, Johnny Pierce was my choice last night. You know what? I'm gonna flip it because Matt Deadwood gave me a nice little insight. He did lose to JC Knight the last event back at Up to No Good back in March. Now, this time around, he needs the W in order to solidify his case. As I say, no one in that locker room can mess with him, can stop him. The only way for you to do that is you got to keep winning your matches, buddy. So you got more to lose than what other homie does. So in this case, right here, right now, you need this. You need this dub more. You need that more, Mr. Matt. That way, you don't get it. You got to take that walk of shame. Some kids are gonna be looking at you, laughing at you, and I know it's gonna hurt your pride and your ego.
That I agree. I also think the height and the weight advantage definitely strongly goes towards Richie Mack. Mm-hmm. Not only that, Richie Mack is currently a WAW Showdown champion. Now, Matt Deadwood brought it up that he already defeated Richie Mack before in 2018, but once again, that's 2018. We're in 2024.
Right. We're years. We're 5 years down the line. You know, a lot of stuff can change within 5 years when it comes to this enterprise, this sport of ours. There's a lot of stuff that I think people got to understand that Father Time waits for nobody. Everyone is either going to get smarter or dumber. Which one do you go down?
Exactly. So now let's go to the next match that we'll be talking about. And that is Johnny Pierce, Cold Hard Truth against the Land Shark, Brew, Vallon. You know what? We have something special. We actually have highlights.
Do we?
We have highlights, baby.
Show them highlights.
Let me show those highlights. All right. So let me get first one is Johnny Pierce. And look at that. The power of this man. He is, look at that, bear hugging and shaking the crap out of this guy.
You know, for his stature, he does hold a lot of hidden inner strength when it comes to his move techniques. And then, as you can see, his ring awareness is up there. But he definitely loves to antagonize the crowd, and he definitely is going to try to give people what they want. But more importantly, the downside of this, from what I'm looking at, is his ego. His ego could be the downfall to him potentially losing this match.
Well, I totally agree. But once again, I'm going for size and power here. This is probably...
You're going with size and power. I'm going with psychology.
All right. You know what? I definitely don't disagree on that one. That makes sense. Now...
I think if you know your opponent's moves head on, you should know how to counter them.
True.
Study your opponents.
That is true. So let's go back to a promo that Johnny Pierce made about good old Brew Vallon.
SNW fans, buy your tickets right now because on Friday, July 19th, in Revere, Massachusetts, it's Supernova Wrestling's Without Warning. But boy, oh boy, do I have a warning for you. I've got something special brewing for you, Landshark Brew Vallon. It's pretty exciting news when you found out you'd be facing me. You must be excited. It's your debut. It's my debut. First time ever matchup in the first round of the Openweight Championship Tournament. Whole lot of firsts. It's really exciting. You must be excited. And we're no strangers, you and I. We've crossed paths before. And I see you've been making your name up and down the East Coast. But if you think for 1 minute you're going to make your name at my expense, you're going to go get wasted away again in Margaritaville, you must be spending too much time in the sun, son. And Big Daddy Pierce is here to remind you that it's sink or swim out here, you Jimmy Buffett wannabe, beach bum wannabe, beach bum. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to hit you with the run-it-up power slam. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to shut down Spoilers Beach Bar for renovations. And all the beaches will be closed down for the summer. I'm going to move on to the second round of the tournament and be one step closer to championship gold, baby. Because I'm Johnny Pierce. And that right there is the cold hard truth.
He better bring that energy up when he come up here to Massachusetts, because we don't get down like that down there. But But I get what he's saying. It's just, you know what I'm saying? You can sell wolf tickets. You know what I'm saying? You try to sell me wolf tickets, but I ain't buying it. Actions be sliding the word, so I want to see this thing, Mr. Johnny Pierce.
Now let's go to Brew. Now we have Brew Vallon's highlights. And look at that. And he's using the beach towel.
Oh, he's wonky. Look at him. I always wondered, does he ever wash those towels?
Oh, that is a good question.
So from the look of it, he got a good overall high-flying, lean cruiserweight technique to his game. And definitely has a lot of balance. So, you know, he's going to be one of those people that's going to bring a lot of unexpected maneuvers, and that's going to throw Johnny completely off his game.
Well, I mean, he brings an unpredictable style.
And the fact that he's using a towel is suspect. He cannot use that towel in the match. Why hasn't the referee, any referees in any promotions have flagged him for that towel? We got to dismiss that.
I definitely don't disagree. So now we're at the part of this where we're going to show the graphics, break down the statistics of them. This is a little bit more detailed than the one that we open up with, but it is a big match, and they're both debuting. So here it is.
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'm going to do Johnny Pierce. I'll let you Brew. Johnny Pierce is 6'6", 304 pounds from Boston School of Hard Knocks. 4 years as a pro, and in title history, ETWA Tag Team Championship.
And Mr. Brew Vallon over here, he is 5'10", 190 pounds soaking wet from the Spoiler Beach Bar in Margaritaville, which I don't drink margaritas myself. He has 4 years in the industry of professional experience and a title history of zip, not a zilch. In terms of gold, he got to change that.
And here we go with physical attributes. So Johnny Pierce towers over Brew Vallon with a 8-inch height advantage, which can be critical for reach and leverage in the ring. Weight: Pierce also has a significant weight advantage, weighing in at 304 pounds compared to Vallon's 190. This extra bulk can translate to more powerful moves and better resistance against physical attacks. Experience and backgrounds: years in wrestling. Both competitors have 4 years of experience. Oh my God. They are likely started around the same time and have similar levels of ring knowledge and match endurance. Pierce's background for the Boston School of Hard Knocks suggests a gritty, tough training environment, likely giving him a hard-hitting, no-nonsense style. Vallon, hailing from Spoilers Beach Bar in Margaritaville, may have more of a laid-back persona, but could use unpredictability and agility to his advantage. All right, Blackheart, here is the key points for you to consider for the match.
So we got the key points to consider in the match. Number 1, strength versus speed. Pierce's size and strength will be his main utilizing weapons. Aiming with such overpowering Vallon, but in contrast, Vallon will need to rely on his speed and agility to outmaneuver and wear down Pierce. Number 2, experiences with championships. Pierce's championship experience might give him an edge in terms of psychological preparedness and in-ring strategy during high-pressure moments. Number 3, style of contrast. The clash of styles will be intriguing. Pierce's hard-hitting, power-based approach against Vallon's likely more fluid and dynamic style could make this a very interesting match. Number 4, stamina and endurance. Both have been in the business at the same time, but the physical toll on their bodies may differ. Vallon's lighter frame might affect him or afford him great stamina, but Pierce's mass could be either an advantage or a hindrance to himself.
And then we go to the conclusion.
So our conclusion is Johnny Pierce brings a significant size and strength advantage into this matchup, combined with an experienced and of being a former champion. Brew Vallon, on the other hand, must leverage his agility and possibly an underdog mentality to contrast Pierce's physical dominance. This battle between the powerhouse and the speedster is sure to be a captivating encounter for all wrestling fans. Predicted winner, Mr. Johnny Pierce.
And this right now tells us what we're looking at. This is what a bracketology is. It's a slick and stylish way how to break it down, right, Mr. Blackheart?
Indeed, it is. You gotta get
Now,
this. You gotta give people the strengths and weaknesses of each person and give a deep, in-depth ambiance of why we have to do this. So we gotta give you people a different dynamic of who these wrestlers are before you guys come to the show.
Exactly. Once again, we're going to be on Friday, July 19, 2024. We're not only going to be on our network, the Infinite Plus network on Galaxy TV. However, we're also going to be on YouTube. Yeah, you heard it. We're going to be on YouTube on our SNW TV channel. And then, but just so you understand, guys, once it reaches a certain amount of matches, you have to go switch over to Infinite Plus because it is what it is. It's a pay-per-view. That's what it is.
But shouldn't we say like a premium live event? I think if anything else,
oh my,
just to be up with the times. You know, pay-per-view was so 1980s and 90s where we all had black boxes. We don't have black boxes anymore. Everything is done streaming now. Who pays for cable?
I mean, we can call it premium streaming event,
or a premium stream event, something like that. I don't know, but we'll figure out the word and later for that.
Also, just so everyone knows,
WWE for making us have to go and think about all that stuff. But they went from pay-per-views to PLEs. And you're like, why? But then I kind of understand.
Those evil people. Also, Chromatic, a band, up-and-coming band, is now providing us with the official SNW theme that I'm going to be playing right now.
So are we gonna get a theme song too? OTTR Mark? Are we gonna get one?
You know what?
Oh, I like this.
Now, yeah, see what I'm saying? It's a pretty cool. So with this new official theme music, it kicks off everything now, and I'm pretty proud of this. Thank you once again, Chromatic. You guys are pretty you know. Now, another thing we have to understand is Bracketology. This is part 1. Tomorrow night is part 2. On top of a special home, he's coming home special about Mr. Grimm finally coming back to SNW after many years. You know, not being.
Hang on the music.
Yep, hold on.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, he's still getting used to the StreamYard dashboard, so he's still got a lot of learning to do. But that's what I'm here for.
Okay, well, actually, I guess it's a good thing. So tomorrow night is part 2 of the Bracketology on top of a special that we're doing because Mr. Grimm is coming back. He hasn't been. That'll be attached to the Bracketology tomorrow night because tomorrow night's Bracketology will be covering Billy Avery, Freaking Flex, Mr. Grimm, and John Lee Kirk, the fashion icon. But the hitman for hire, Mr. Grimm, has a big bounty on everyone in this tournament. So that I want. But let's go back to the two matches that we covered for tonight. You know, statistically, you know, it seems like we have some giants in this tournament. You have, you know,
are we still talking about Bebop? Are we still talking about Bebop? Because I know he got mad at me and he sent me something yesterday. He's like, check this. And that's all that's all that he ever said. I still gotta go back and I gotta check out that message. So Mr. Youssef, don't take this the wrong way. I've been a busy man for the last 48 hours. Sometimes you gotta like put me down and sit my ass down and be like, yo, look, and do that. I'm sorry, but I'll get back to you guys as soon as possible.
Okay. Well, no, I'm actually talking about the fact that Johnny Pierce and Richie are the tallest wrestlers in this tournament.
How tall are they?
Well, let's see. Let's 6 foot. Sorry, you're making me. Now you're making
Oh
me think
man,
here.
listen. I got one person in the mob that's 6'10".
6'4".
I got one person in the mob that's 6'10", 450 pounds, and he'll look down at you and be like, "What are you talking about?"
That's funny.
If
So
you ain't tall, if you ain't taller than him, then you ain't no giant.
Richie Mack is 6'4", 230 pounds.
Okay.
Now I need to find.
Lean, mean, pecker machine. And Mr. Brew Vallon got to be like what, 190 pounds? He got to be
190,
like,
5'10". John Pierce is 6'6", so he's exactly 2 inches taller than Richie Mack. So 6'6", 6'4", right? So 6'6" is Johnny Pierce, 6'4" is 6'4" is Richie Mack, 6'6" is Johnny Pierce. I think Matt Deadwood's actually 6 foot. Let's see. Yep. Yeah. So we go Matt Deadwood at 6 foot, right? Richie Mack at 6'4". Johnny Pierce at 6'6", right? John Lee Kirk is 6'2". Okay. Let's see. I have Billy in here. Let me go find Billy. Billy's 5'11".
Billy the Goat.
Billy the Goat.
Billy
And then
the Goat.
you have Brew, who's 5'10". So it goes 5'10", 5'11", 6 foot, 6'2".
So the
6'4",
tallest one is like
6'6".
6'6". Yeah, so the tallest one is like 6'6".
Exactly.
Everyone else is kind of like average height.
Yeah.
Which that's a pretty. That's a pretty good stat to kind of think about. The medium of this group that we have, the medium is right in between 5'8". It's 5'8" and literally 6'1".
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Freaking Flax is about 5'9", maybe. He's 5'9", and I think Mr. Grimm's about. I think Mr. Grimm's about almost 6 foot.
So a medium would be 6 foot to 6'3", 6'4". Medium,
Johnny
like
Pierce, brother. Johnny Pierce comment on it. He goes, "Ain't whooping me.
Ain't whooping me," he says.
Ain't
Johnny
whooping
Pierce,
me."
I'll tell you right here, right now, if you
Pierce.
watched the beginning of the show, if you watched last night, I said it to you before, you better not lack up because speedster like that likes to get crafty. This man likes to carry around a fucking towel. So he's going to use that to his advantage against you. So you need to use that shit against him. You got to outsmart your opponent. Well, psychological affair.
But once again, now that we had Johnny made a comment here, it gives us an idea that Johnny's focused. He's laser focused.
He better be focused.
It's this is the big thing because I don't know if Johnny has seen this, and I have to show people this because it's such a beautiful title.
Folks, please don't mind him walking away. We don't need to see that. He looks like a big red target.
Thanks for making fun of my outfit here. So here it is, the official S&W World Openweight.
Yeah,
it is absolutely beautiful.
Nice.
Look at that. Look how nice that looks. Some people think it's like blue, but it's really purple. It's just the light in my house. So I'm sorry about that. But
man, you really keep apologizing to people. I think they understand. Some people know you. They understand.
Thank you very much.
They understand.
Oh, look at Johnny. Johnny Pierce sent the googly eyes.
Yeah, man. You better start thinking about that.
And then
you have that prize.
You have Christy Wilson saying, "Nice belt."
Thank you, Miss Christy Quinn, one half of the Craze Duo from the Wrestling Asylum, which they'll be coming back up August 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern, live once again on the OTTR network.
All right. And wait a minute. Is OTTR also going to be on Galaxy TV?
Are we? We never really announced that, did we? Oh, yeah. And now coming up soon, the Off the Top Ropes Network is now becoming part of the Galaxy TV network ourselves. So now we got another homecoming, and we still got one more announcement live for Last Week of Wrestling, August 4th, 10 p.m. with my special guest, Professor Bear, the Wrestling Society Network is going to be joining us that night as well. So you definitely want to tune in. We missed you guys. We see what the hell's been going on in the wrestling world. We got a lot of shit to talk about.
Wrestling has been none but lively the last couple of months. S&W is pumping up stuff. Now,
We just trying to give it some life in here, you know? We just trying to give it a life, some CPR, some resuscitation.
oh, look at this. Another thing. Christy Wilson.
Yes, Miss Christie. There's a lot of big stuff that's happening. So raise up your seatbelts. See, season 10 the last week of wrestling. Season 5 of the Wrestling Asylum in season 3 of Black Horse Angels. This is incredible. And of course, my main man, Mr. Warren, American Prodigy Marlowe, and me is gonna be back for After Darks now, but this time with a whole new day that we're gonna start doing this. We're gonna be start doing it live on Saturdays. Periodic Saturdays, because we know a lot of pay-per-views, they do have it on Saturday night, so we're going to be back and forth with that. But now a new day is Saturdays. Time is still to be determined, but the boys is going to be back. We miss you guys.
And now, with that being said, so this is the time when I kind of want to do like a round table discussion right now about this, right? So we have Richie Mack taking on Matt Deadwood, which I feel, you know, since last year, since Richie debuted with S&W, he just progressively is getting more and more better. And Matt Deadwood is increasing his value, not just in S&W and other promotions. So the question we have right now is, does Richie have the upper hand because of height and weight? Or does Matt Deadwood have the upper hand due to the fact that he's relentless?
Championship experience. Championship experience is how you've been there, how you got there, the road, the traveling, and the exhilarance, the endurance of what a wrestler has to go through to get to that mountaintop. So for Johnny Pierce, he has more experience, but the crafty young.
I'm talking about Richie Mack and Matt Deadwood.
Yeah, but right now, Richie Mack and Deadwood, right now it's like, Mr. Deadwood, he has a lot to prove. He's hungry. He really does. But, you know, let's not count out your fellow adversary that's across that ring from you. So in this way, at this case, honestly, Matt Deadwood has a slight more advantage because of what happened last time to him. Who walked out? He did. I'm pretty sure he could walk out again if he plans it out right, or he tried to do something drastic.
Look who's that.
My man, Mr. Warren Marlowe, the Superman to my Batman, one half After Dark, and part member of last week of wrestling as well. What up, buddy?
All right.
We just talking about that.
So right now I'm still like, a part of me still wants to pick Richie Mack to take it, and then there's another part.
Be a gambling man. Why not? Why you always gonna have the same pick? Why not? We just split the pot right down the middle. Whoever that I pick, you pick the opposite.
I'm just gonna go with Richie Mack.
Okay, fine. You go with Richie Mack then. That's cool. That's fine. Matt Deadwood, he's sliding away with this thing. But we gonna find out for sure on Friday. Yeah.
All right. So now let's talk about the cold hard truth. Johnny Pierce versus Brew Vallon, which we both essentially agreed Johnny's gonna win.
Yes.
You know, by the whole breakdown and everything we just did.
Yeah, well, I just said before, just put it here. Let's just say much.
I mean, from what the AI computer, when they went and they did the calculations of the predictions, and they say Johnny Pierce, and they list all that stuff. Yeah. Oh, and there's your buddy War.
Happy show, we fellas. Looking forward to seeing the show. Yes. You see the first half of it on YouTube, and like I said, like we said earlier, the second half of it will be streaming live through Infinite Plus TV. So
yes,
you gotta go and download that. Make sure you download it at the Google Play Store or the Apple Store.
Yep. Or you can type it right into the type it into your address browser bar, which we will put that down when we're doing it on our banner when we were streaming live for the event. So we're gonna go with we picked Johnny Pierce. The AI calculations say Johnny Pierce, but the percentage they're giving Brew is not the greatest percentage, like a 30% chance of winning.
What is this? Caesar Palace making this stuff up? Like, what are we? Oh, wait, come on. Listen, and we're gonna be gambling, man. I would say off the straight of the fans in the audience. I want you to really think about looking at this bracketology of this whole entire match card, and you're gonna see why we pick different people. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And Johnny P. you say 0 chance, and I gotta go with that man.
0% chance for Drew.
0 chance.
Poor Brew.
There's nothing compared to that.
poor Brew.
But we got well, I'm not saying I don't have no faith in you. I just don't have no trust in you.
I mean, me personally, like I said, we mutually agree that Johnny Pierce is the win. But you always have to it's hard with Richie Mack and Matt Deadwood because they have a history with each other, right? So that's hard, right? But Johnny Pierce and Brew, they never crossed paths yet. So the reason why it's so high on the win percentage for Johnny is because of his size, because of the way he can execute. The fact that, it goes. I mean, let's be real. 200 and let's say it's 304 pounds taking a 190-pound man.
True.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait.
Faced in a tag team match last summer.
So they have some familiarity. Oh, that's intriguing. So, Mr. Johnny Pierce there, who won that tag match then?
He's going to say he did, obviously. But
well, I mean, I hope he says it's him. I mean, right? No, joke.
Johnny, I'm actually hoping that AIC was you because I just want to just prove my point. Based on championship experience, you're not going to take no W's lightly. And more importantly, you're going to work extra hard just to get them to actually beat you. Brew did. So you coming in with that? You coming in on Friday with a heavy heart? Oh,
all right, and
coming in with a heavy heart and anger issue. Bring it out on Brew. That's why we're picking you because we already know with your past history and your inexperience, and now with this falling in the line, come on, you got it, man. You need to beat his ass. You need to beat that man's ass. But what do you think? Well, Mr. Adam is having some technical difficulties, but if you don't mind us, but pretty much when it comes to that, and when it comes to Richie Mack, to really be honest with you, it's gonna be something else to even do that. Is it lost power? So we're gonna have to just keep this thing going for as much as we can. Oh, I'm really by myself. Okay, folks. So I'm just going to take over. Just give me 1 second. Let me find this stuff out. See, well, I'm not really controlling the dashboard. I'm just trying to hold on as best as I can. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about Mr. JC Knight and Mr. Buzz Bloodsaw for the AIWF title coming up next too. And that match, last night we checked out the countdown to Without Warning. We had showed a video promo of Mr. JC Knight basically answering the challenge of the AIWF World title. So right now, our situation is looking like, is he really gonna lose the title to JC Knight? I mean, looking at that promo last night, it kind of feels like it just might. It could be his night, but then again, I could be lying. I could be lying because Mr. Buzz, after what happened last time, the last show, he knocked out and power drived the former SNW openweight champion. I mean the Apex champion. Excuse me. I apologize.
All right,
And
I
I
am
love
back.
his
Sorry about that, guys.
He said that he
I
lost power.
I freaking lost my power.
I try to do the best I can.
I appreciate it.
I tried to do the best I can. I was like, hey, listen, I was just talking about the JC Knight and Blood Bust I'm after the AIW title, and I was explaining about the promo that we watched last night is a JC Knight's match, but then again, looking at what Buzzsaw did at the last show, power driving, and I forgot his name, but then they got to walk in the room. Yeah, and he power drive him and basically ridding him off, and now we haven't seen him since. He got a lot more to prove than anything else. So I was really thinking Bloodsaw is going to make it an example at a JC Night Friday night. That's all I was going to say. Try to hold out as much as I could.
He could. I mean, like we can show the footage of what happened to Jake Chapman.
I mean, just to let people know, just to let people see what happened.
Sure. Well, here you go, guys.
What I'm talking about.
What happened back on March 15th.
Still in the house. Come on. Oh, yeah. That was great. What was that tournament for this summer? Open weight? No. Yeah, I fit that. And if he makes it, I'll see him there.
So that's what happened.
Thank you for that reminder. So yeah, that's the reason why I was saying Buzzsaw was definitely gonna win this match coming up next with JC Knight on Friday night.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And fatherly duties. But I'm just gonna go back and take over from here. Once again, let me pull up that match card. Okay, we got the match. We got the match number 3, the SNW World Openweight Championship Tournament. Which is basically, Bill Avery and freaking Flats. My man freaking Flats, the Billy Goat, as what I call him. That's the Billy Goat. It's just two goats. Two ghosts is just going to go in this ring and just going to tear each other piece from piece, trying to get one step closer to the SNW World Openweight Championship. My prediction for this, as much as freaking Flash tried to do something the last show, but he ended up becoming unsuccessful and he was running off into the sunset by Wild Child, I'm not going for this. Billy Avery is going to he's going to cook this goat. He's going to cook them up, folks. He's going to chop up this little lamb and he's going to feed him to the dogs. So that's my little prediction when it comes to that match. Then we got the SWA Mid-Atlantic Championship match being defended. Mr. Cayman MK defends the SWA Mid-Atlantic Championship against our very own Tony Clash. Now this right here, Mr. Tony Clash, especially after what happened last time, back on March 15th, Mr. Tony Clash took the L from Mr. Frank Bones in that situation ahead. So this one right here, he needs to have a balance. But then again, Mr. Cayman MK, I don't know what the MK even stands for, but to really be honest with y'all, this man is like our Kalisto.
Sorry about that, guys.
We kind of back to normal and stuff.
All right.
I can keep going.
Yeah, no, unfortunately.
I was kind of going out the.
I am so sorry, guys. Between the power outage that happened in my house and I have to deal with stuff here. So unfortunately, we have to cut this due to all that madness. However, we'll be back tomorrow night to do our part 2 of the Bracketology, a deep
insight.
Deep insight on the return of Mr. Grimm, and other stuff that is going for Friday, July 19th, 2024.
Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you share it with everyone. Help us regrow this community right here for us, for SNW, for all of us around. We greatly appreciate you guys sticking it out with us.
Yes, and I once again appreciate everyone staying, and I apologize for the random power outage that I freaking had. So you guys have a great night, and thank you very much. This is AJ from SNW Podcast.
I'm Mr. Shiz Black Harley Escape from the OTTR Network.
All right, you guys have a good night.